Gilton's outside the London Stadium, West Ham fans every day. Well, how are you looking at that one?
First and foremost, can we rename the stadium the Park de Pyongyang after the last time we were here and North Korean owners? How am I looking at that? I'm looking at that as potentially 2 points dropped, but I thought we would have been a bit more clinical, taking our chances. But not a bad performance overall. I thought it was a performance.
The fight is there, and you can't knock that. But it's sometimes it's too little, too late.
Yeah. I just thought we lacked a little bit of quality in the final third. I thought individuals, there was no standout individual performance for us, but as a unit, as a team, it was a well drilled. We're getting used to this now. We're seeing
it's becoming hard to beat, which is good.
Exactly. And we need that. If you look at our up-running, we've got Liverpool, Man City, Villa coming up. I think in the next 4. Obviously the cup game against Brentford and Fulham. Takes us up to April, I think. So, you need that dogged determination. We need to stay in the fight. If we stay close to Forest, we stay close to Leeds and Tottenham. I think Leeds are maybe started a bit.
They're too far away.
Certainly Forest and Spurs. If we stay in their rearview mirror until April, then we've got a chance to accelerate past them.
Yeah. Are we going to accelerate past them? That's the $1 million question.
You ask me this every week, don't you?
Because the performances are different. You have to look at it per performance. I'm like, listen, we can all make up our minds on one performance, but look at it as a whole now.
Fair enough. Do I think we'll do it? I'm a little bit more confident. Obviously, when Liverpool do us a favour tomorrow, Liverpool can do us a favour, and they've got the players, they've got the team to do it. Forest are acclimated. 4 managers in a season. Vitor Pereira isn't a great shape.
Good away win the other night though.
Yeah,
that was a good away win.
But they're there to Fenerbahce. They're going to be tight tomorrow night. Liverpool are going to be fully rested, fully fresh. I see no reason why we can't be looking at them and trying to get past them. And
go on, Dave.
Yeah, why not? Why not be a little bit positive? The other thing I want to say, there's a few I'll say. Firstly, I thought the tribute to Ludo was good. Obviously, he's obviously said I think he wants to prioritise his quality of life over his quantity. I've had a really hard month and a really tough one. It used to be honest week of my life, and there's one thing I've learned this week. Is you've got to tell people how you feel. You leave nothing less unsaid, and obviously it's great for Ludo that we've given him that today. So, he knows how West Ham feel about him and how we love him. I thought I thought Tadibo can maybe feel a bit hard done by. He's been unbelievable for us over the last few weeks.
He has, but this.
Mavropanos and Disasi played well. I thought Disasi had his best game for us today.
I think Mavropanos is a fucking rock now. I really do.
Do you know what? In fairness, him and Hermansen have been unreal since they came in. And you can't form it. But I still have that, I don't know, PTSD with them where it's like...
Yeah, you've seen those.
You worry that for 89 minutes and 50 seconds are going to be unbelievable, but in 10 seconds he's going to spill one and Mavropanos is going to lose sight of his marker. But they were brilliant today. I still think today Baker feel a bit hard done by it. And the other negative of this is that you want to look at it that way. Is that you look at that bench today. We got 5 defenders and a goalkeeper. So all he had to change it really was Wilson. I thought we got the sub right. I didn't think Suchek had his best game for us. I thought he made the right call bringing Wilson on when he did. But other than that, he only had Adama Traore and Mamadou Kante to try and have any positive effect on the game. And that's. I don't think that lies on Nuno. I think that lies on the board. Obviously, been a bit unlucky with Pablo's injury. I think we'd have really benefited from him today and having him around. And obviously, Potts' suspension that wasn't overturned, or we didn't appeal it, or whatever went on there. But
it's all right.
It's all right. Yeah, look, we can take a few positives from that. If we play like that at Anfield next week, Liverpool's obviously a very, very tough place to go. If we can make a fight of it, forget about the results. For Liverpool, City and Villa, you've got a kind of, maybe not Villa. Villa might you go there, you can battle, maybe you can get a draw. But I think Liverpool and City certainly, you've got to go into those games with a view that the performance is more important than the result. Take the comment. I said, let's just stay in Forest review mirror for the next 4 or 5 weeks. Let's make sure that we're on their tail, that we're keeping pressure and we don't let them open
marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. Don't let them open up that gap. Let's stay on their tail. Let's keep the pressure on them. And then when we go into April, when we're talking about Wolves at home and Everton at home and Palace away, and we go into May and we've got Leeds, we can be looking at those games and going, these are the ones now. These are the ones where you're going to feel it. Okay. Now going down the stretch, we're going to put it on you.
Good. Thank you very much. Cheers, mate. Thank you.